What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday! What's up? I gotta do that every week. At least I think I do. Probably really don't, but anyway, happy Tuesday. Man, y'all, come on in and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? These weeks are flying by. I don't know if y'all feel like that, but it's a real thing. What's up, Melissa Diaz? Fam, how are ya? It's our favorite day, Melissa Diaz. It's Tuesday. I hear you say that all the time whenever I do it. It makes me laugh. So come on in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. December the, what is this? The 16th. Oh my Lord. December the 16th. I have on my Believe t-shirt today. I'm little dressed a little more comfy on today. Out here in these streets trying to work and be comfy and all that. Yeah, my favorite day too, Melissa Diaz. Yes, ma'am, you better know it. And Rachel's popped on here. What's up, Rachel? How are you? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Man, I got a good word for you today. And I always say that because I get it first and then I share it with y'all. So it blesses me so much that I think it's going to bless you guys too, because how's it going, everybody? Welcome in. Come on in, everybody. How's your Tuesday going? How's your stress level doing? We're getting closer to Christmas, and I'm looking up something real quick. How's everybody doing? How's it going? Yes. That's what I wanted to know. What's up, everybody? Welcome, Tuesday. Tuesday with Thom in the house. Chris Foster, what's up? Ashley Brown, I see y'all coming in. Sean now, what's up? Wendy, what's up? What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy December 16th. Can you y'all, it's flying, man. We're like, what, 10 days from Christmas? 9 days, something like that. I hope you guys are ready or almost ready if you're not. And I pray that you're not feeling too stressful as it's getting closer. Y'all, I've got a good word for you today. I can't wait to share with you and just kind of get into it. I hope y'all are doing good. It is good. Thank you, Melissa, for being in here and helping me. She's pinned to the bottom about Level Up Publishing Company. I'm so excited about that. Things are going so well. Working with a few amazing authors right now and working on getting their stories out. And it's exciting. It's encouraging for me to be able to help them get their stuff all, together and get ready to be sent out. And so I was teasing the other night, but it's I'm like a spiritual mid-husband. They used to have midwives and doulas that help people deliver their babies, and so that's what this is feeling like. And so just God gives you a word, a story to share, and sometimes you just need help getting it pushed out. And so that's where I get to come in and help. So I'm excited. Things are going well and been busy, and man, I'm just overwhelmed in a good way. Like God is really blessing and doing some good stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for jumping on with us. And spending a little bit of time. I'm obviously in the car again, and my day got, it's just busy right now, right? Everybody's just busy, this busy time of year. And so, I wasn't able to be home, but I wanted to still get on here and share what God's given me. And so I appreciate Melissa for, all the things that happens after to get it on the other platforms. And so, I appreciate that. I see, Pastor Connie in the house. What's up? Happy Tuesday. I appreciate that. So, yeah, Rachel, I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it coming. Spiritual mid-husband, instead of spiritual midwife. Why not? Why not? There's a word. God will give me a word, and then I'll figure that out eventually. But anyway, it's a whole other thing. So, y'all, I love you so much. I pray that you're doing well. This is such a busy season, and we can really get sucked in and wrapped up in the hustle and bustle and the stress and the anxiety of so much going on. I caught myself doing that this morning, even before I left home, where I have so much to do. I need to be in so many places. And I just made myself stop and just be like, okay, Thom, take a breath. Take a breath. It's gonna get done, and don't worry about it. Don't overstress, and don't take away from the moments. And so I'm really trying to be purposeful, And so yeah, it does feel like there's not enough hours in the day. Yeah, for real. So that is exactly right. But gosh, if we had 25 hours, we'd need 26, right? So anyway, that's how that goes. So y'all, I'm gonna get into it. I know you have a million other things you could be doing, and so I love you and thank you so much for spending some time on here. And I just pray that something that I share today is going to bless you and be exactly what you need, and maybe how I say it. But yeah, Rach, I'm always thinking about it for sure. So this is something, if you've been around any time at all, you've heard this scripture. But this is Galatians 6 and 9, and the Holy Spirit's really been saying this to me a lot lately, and I am yes, Wendy, absolutely. So I am the type that I want to dissect the word, right? When God gives me a scripture or gives me something, I want to dissect it, because I want to see if there's, something for me that's in there that the Bible says, seek and you will find. And so by asking God, what did you mean by this exact thing? Or what can I get from that? He's revealed some really cool stuff to me before, and it's just kind of cool to just look at it and from a different perspective or a different way. And so Galatians 6 and 9, like I said, is pretty popular scripture. We say it a lot. It's preached on, a lot, I would say. But it says, and do not grow weary of doing good, for in due season you will reap if you do not give up. And I love that version of it, because it says, if you do not give up. So, first of all, don't grow tired. Don't grow weary. Don't grow frustrated, anxiety ridden. Don't grow, mad, at doing good. And so when we can flip it and say, God, you see my heart. I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to do unto others as I would have them do unto me. So help me to not get tired of doing good. And flipping that around, man, it just started taking on new meaning for me in the work that I do. My job is hospice care, and I market that. And so there's so much that goes into that, especially now during this season. And we've talked about that already, but there's so much that goes into it that I have to remind myself not to get tired of doing good, not to get tired of building relationships and maintaining healthy relationships and understanding what that looks like. So not getting tired of doing good for other people or for situations, because he promises that in due season, when the time is right, when the thing is ready, when it's right, when it's ready for you, when you are ready for it, then you will receive what he has for you if you don't get tired of doing good. And you do not give up. So that is a choice. That part is a choice. We sometimes miss out on our blessings because we just give up. It doesn't happen as quickly as we want it to happen. We think it should have already happened and come to fruition by now, and it hasn't, and we just give up. And that is the thing that we see in this business that I do, and a lot of other things. Even sometimes in our Christian walk, we want instant growth, and we want instant things, and but that's all right. That's all right. We're moving forward, though. I love that. Not where you were, but not where you want to be. That's okay. We can't get tired in doing those good things. Exercising, self-control. What's up, Tasha Baby Doll Martin? Welcome. Let us not grow tired in doing good. For in due season, like I said, when the time is right, when the thing is right, when you're ready for it, you will receive that if we do not give up. And so sometimes it is easier to give up. It's easier to give up. The enemy wants you to give up. He wants us to give up before we receive what we've been believing for and praying for. And whatever he can do to make that happen, he will put stumbling blocks in our way. Like I said, I have to build relationships with people, and that can be difficult sometimes because people don't want to build relationships. They don't want to. And so I walk that fine line of having to set some healthy boundaries where it's not people pleasing, but it's building healthy relationships. So, so I have to remind myself, and the Holy Spirit's really been reminding me a lot, like I said, of this lately, of I cannot allow myself to get tired of doing good. And saying it like that, right? Thom, don't let yourself get tired of doing good. Because God sees our heart. He sees the intent of our heart. God, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit in me. I have to say that all the time. And Wendy K, welcome. Erica in here, I see you. Thank y'all for jumping on here. And so this is that season, man. We're a couple of weeks to the end of the year and into our new year, the fresh start. And so don't grow weary. Don't grow tired of doing good. For if you don't give up, you're going to see that good thing that God has for you in due season. Can be 5 minutes from now. One phone call can change our life. One situation, we can have, one interaction with someone that can shift us right into due season. And I've been thinking, and I do this a lot because I drive so much. I'm out, in and out, and in and out of the car. And the season that we're in right now is winter, right? Things are dead. The grass is brown. The trees are losing their leaves, and most of them have already lost their leaves, and they're going into that season. And so it's for a purpose, for a reason, for a time, right? And then that season will pass. So you might be in that season But if you will keep going, keep doing good, keep doing those things that you know are right, your season's gonna change, and then things are gonna start coming to life, and you will reap those things. And Hannah Elizabeth Martin, what is up? Long time no see. Happy Merry Christmas coming up to you. But I've experienced this, temptation to give up. That's really what it is. It's a temptation to give up and stop doing those good things. This isn't working. This isn't going like I thought it would go. And so we stop doing things that are good. We all been reading Proverbs, and I listen to it in my car through the YouVersion Bible app, which I love. And it was just talking so much about wisdom and doing these things purposefully, and keeping our motives pure, and chasing after wisdom, and paying attention to our language and the things that come out, and our intentions, and all of those things. And that there are people around us that will tempt us. The enemy will use people to tempt us, to say, not respond like we think that they would. And hey, Rhonda and Missy, thank y'all for jumping on here. Yes, I miss y'all too so much. But so what is it that you need to be doing, or what you need to continue to do, that you needed to be encouraged with today? Do not grow weary in well-doing. Do not get tired of doing good. For in due season, when the time is right, you will receive what He's promised us. We will receive that if we do not give up. Several years ago, and I've talked about this before, but it is. Proverbs has been so good. Several years ago, I decided I was going to start running, and started running, and then I signed myself up for a marathon. And I didn't start with a half marathon. I went for the full marathon, y'all, 26.2 miles. And that 0.2 is important, because when you ran 26, that 0.2 can feel like a long time, long way to run. But it's such a process that you go through and put your body through, and it's such a mental game. It's a mental thing that you have to do to convince yourself to continue to push and continue to run. And so going through the training, I would run 10 miles. I found a track, I would run 10 miles just almost every day, where I was running 50, 60 miles a week in preparation for this marathon that was coming. And, there would be times where I'd get far enough away from home where I didn't have a choice, but I was either going to walk back or I was going to run back. But that was my options, right? And so, I had to train myself and get my body and my mentality in check and in shape, so that I could understand that I couldn't get tired of running this race that I was running, because in due season, once I was able to, however fast I could do this, I would reach the end of this marathon, and I would, reap the harvest of what I had been training for and going through, if I did not give up. I could choose to give up and walk home, or sit there and make a phone call and tell somebody to come get me, or I could continue running. And so, but listen to me, y'all. This is so good, because when I was training, okay, I had to be I had to be dedicated. I had to be disciplined. I had to make myself do it some days. I didn't feel like it. And so I would have to get ready, and I would have to make myself go do it. And then, of course, I was always feel great when I would be, when I would be done, whatever I decided to run that day. And so, but I did that by myself. I didn't run with anybody else. I didn't practice with anybody else. I did that by myself. I got some upbeat music and got, some crazy music that I wouldn't normally listen to, just for a good energy. And those of you that work out and those of you that are, athletic, you probably do the same thing in a sense. But I worked out and I practiced by myself. And so I had to push myself. And so, but on race day, when it was time for the marathon, see, I didn't give up in training. I didn't give up on myself. So due season came around, and in this instance, in this example, it's actually a date on the calendar, which due season isn't always a date on the calendar. But I would show up at race day early in the morning, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people lined up to run the same race that I signed up for. Hundreds of people, volunteers and officials and people that had set up all the barriers and the race, the track that we were going to run, and they had got it all set up. And there were people that would volunteer at certain checkpoints that would have water, and they would have snacks and things like that for the runners to rehydrate and to give them energy. And that's exactly what this is the things that we go through are like that. And so maybe we need to pay attention to the checkpoints that we're stopping at. Make sure that it's the conversation's healthy. You can do this. Stay in the race. You've got this. Keep going. Keep running. Keep pushing. You can do this. There would be people lined up, on the race path that would be holding up signs and saying, keep running, keep going, keep doing. In due season, you shall reap if you do not give up. You'll be able to cross that finish line and claim your prize and say, I did this, if you choose not to give up. But y'all, it was so hard. It was so hard because, first of all, there was different distractions, right? There was lots and lots of people and lots of things going on, and it was a different course. It was uphill, downhill, left, right, up, down, distractions and all this stuff that, Rhonda, I love you so much, but that in practice I wasn't used to, right? So I had to choose to not give up because I knew that I could do this. I had convinced myself that I could do this. And so, I would keep going, mile, and I've told this story before, but one time I signed up for the full marathon, and during that time, there's so many people, and they give you a bib that has a number on it, and I didn't realize that my bib color was different than some of the other people. Come on, that's a whole message in itself, right? We're each assigned a race. We're each assigned a task, a gift, a calling, something that we have within us that we can be giving. And I started running, and we can't compare our race to somebody else's race. Y'all, do not give up in well-doing, for in due season you will reap if you do not pay attention to the people beside you. You do not compare your race to somebody else's. She had on a gold bib. I had on a green bib. I didn't pay attention, y'all. She was only running a half marathon. I was running a full marathon. We were running, man. We got synced up. Never spoke a word to this lady. We sunk up and we're running. We're going through downtown and up and down and around. And she'd get ahead, and then I'd catch up and I'd get ahead, and then she'd catch up, and we played this dance back and forth. And I felt encouraged by her. And my competitiveness came out, right? And Ruth Ann, I love you so much. And so I'd catch up, and then we did this dance. Well, Thom didn't realize what was happening here. We got to a certain point, and she took a left, and her race led her to go this direction. She had to cut a left, and then she was going to double back and go back to the finish line for the race she was running. But my race led me straight forward, and my race had me continue to go where I was going. But I didn't realize that I was keeping up with her, and I wasn't understanding that what was happening until she split off from me. And then it finally dawned on me what was happening, that I still had to keep going on my race that I was assigned to, that I had signed up for the thing I had prepared for. I couldn't give up in that moment thinking, oh gosh, what have I done? I've expended, all my energy, and now I don't have the energy to finish this race that's set before me. I had to get a hold of myself and say, yes, you can keep doing this. Yes, you can keep going. This is what you've trained for. You cannot give up, for in due season, I'm going to reap if I don't give up. And so I had to keep pushing and had to keep going and say, okay, man, I had to dig deep at that point, because it messed with me mentally. It really, really messed with me, because I just didn't know what was happening. And so my encourager, this person I never even spoke to, she was gone, right? And so then I was like having to figure this out. And so I had to keep going. And so, I stopped and got some water and did whatever I was doing, and I had to just talk to myself and get myself together and say, you can't give up. You can't give up. And so, then mile 13 came, mile 14 came, and I had to keep pushing. I had to keep going, and got, in with different people, and they offer you different things, right? There's this disgusting, it's called goo, that they can give you, and it's just sugar, and it's disgusting. And I hadn't practiced with that, right? And so at one point I thought, oh, this must be a good idea. And so I took this packet, and we're running, and you're sweating, and it's all the things. And I take this goo in my mouth, and I really almost threw up, because your mouth is dry, right? And all these things that are happening. And so that wasn't for me, right? Other people must have loved it. That was their jam, right? And so I had to figure out that wasn't for me. So I had to keep pushing. Mile 18, mile 19, mile 20. I had to really start talking to myself. Okay, Thom, you've got 6 more miles left to do. You cannot give up. You've got this, and I made sure that I was staying hydrated, and I was doing all the things that I had knew to do. But I had the choice, though. I could have stopped. I could have given up and said, I can't do this. 6 more miles, I don't have it in me. I can't do it. But I had to keep pushing. I had to keep going, and I had to keep telling my body, you can do this. You practice for this. This is what we've been preparing for. So I had to understand that I couldn't grow weary in doing good. This was a good thing. This was for a good cause. Peanut butter can be good, Ashley, but my gosh, it's so thick, right? And so when your mouth's already dry, but any way to get protein in your body, right? Because you're burning so many calories, and you're pushing yourself beyond, belief. But, so keep pushing. And then, I got to mile 22, mile 23, and you're moving and you're growing and up and down, and you're wanting to walk, but it hurts to walk and hurts to run. But I couldn't give up, because I knew that I was almost there. And sometimes we don't always get to see the finish line. We don't always get to see that we are 3 miles away from due season. or 2 miles away from due season. But y'all, some of us are 0.2 miles away from our due season. It's here. We have ran the race. We've kept the faith. We have done the good things. We've built relationships. We've changed our attitudes. We've prayed more. We've done these things, but we cannot grow tired in doing good. And yes, it can be hard. It can be very hard sometimes. And in those moments, like I said, when you're at mile 22, it's, well, I'm too close to stop now, but my body definitely wants to. And so mile 23, and then the crowd starts getting more wild, right? And mile 24, and the crowd is building, and you start hearing music, and you start hearing things and feeling the momentum from the people that it's around you. And yeah, the goo is disgusting, Ashley. I do not recommend it. So but pushing and then finally getting to come around that last corner and seeing the finish line, which is 0.2, 0.3, 4 miles away, however far, it is. And saying, oh my gosh, I'm almost there. Do not grow tired in doing good, for in due season you will reap, you will be blessed, you will receive your reward if you do not give up. And so pushing and that moment of crossing that finish line is euphoric, right? There's so much to it that that sense of accomplishment, that sense of pride in yourself for not giving up, because it's those moments where nobody was forcing me to continue on that race. No one was making me do this. This was a choice that I had made and prepared myself for it. I was talking to Angel a while ago, and I had mentioned, I've been praying a lot. God, prepare me for what I'm praying for. Help me to be ready for when it arrives, so that I'm ready for it. Just there's nothing like it. But your circle matters. And so, God, help me be ready for what I'm praying for. Help me to be able to keep it. And absolutely, yeah. Sometimes it's yeah. I love that. I love that, Channy. It's a promise of health, protection, safety. Absolutely. And for all of us, it is a little different. There's different areas in our life where, we have different goals. Spiritually, I have different goals than I do professionally, and professionally is different than, relationships or whatever. I mean, there's so many different parts to us that, I think we have to, that's the other thing I love so much. It's become my motto is write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision, honor the call, and think about those things that you're pushing for. And so do not get tired of doing good. There's so many bad things that happen around us and in the world, and we can choose to continue to do good things, and to do good, because eventually, whenever that time is right, it's going to happen. And we will be blessed. We will receive those things that God has promised us, and be able to obtain those things. And if it's not, then God will redirect our path, and he'll change our course and say, this is this way, or go this way now. There was one time, one of the marathons, I've done several, but one of the times the weather was really bad, and there was a thunderstorm that was moving through. There was lightning and things like that forecasted, and so they delayed our race. And so it was for our safety. And so sometimes we get delayed in running our race or doing certain things, because God knows there's lightning that can potentially be forecasted, and so we have to be held back sometimes. And that's the worst, when we feel, late, or we feel held back, or like it's just not happening. God, what is the problem? What's happening? And sometimes it is for that. And so I've definitely been reminded of this exact thing this week. Is I have to continue doing good. I have to continue building relationships. I have to continue showing up. One of my favorite sayings is, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. And it's easy to say stuff, but it's another thing when we do it, right? And so I hate it when things happen and I can't, do what I say I'm gonna do. And but sometimes there are situations where you can't. And so but I hope this blessed y'all today. Something that I shared, or it was a reminder to you to keep pushing, keep going, you've got this. There are people that are on your path that need what you have, and they need to hear your story. They need to be encouraged by something you do, because that's the thing, is people watch us. They may not say it, but they do. They watch us, and so we have to. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you. Donna Lunsford coming in here. So be encouraged today, y'all. Keep doing good. It's coming. Your blessings are coming. Your answers are coming. Like I said, you might be 2.2 miles away from it. So don't give up and not receive what you've gone through to get. We build relationships, and we build things and businesses and all of this. And, it's something when you decide that you're going to start a business, or, whatever it is, there's lots of things that you do that no one notices. No one sees all the hours that you put into stuff. But in due season, you will receive those blessings if you do not give up. It would be easy to give up. Everybody, anybody can give up. But there's certain things that God puts in us. I've said this before, where it becomes an assignment, and you can give up, but giving up is not an option around here, right? We say that so, it seems flippant, but again, get people in your circle that will cheer you on and say, keep going, you've got this. Just 2 more miles, just 3 more miles, whatever it is, whatever the situation is. And, somebody that'll offer you a cup of water, or somebody that'll offer you some peanut butter, or, something, spiritual nutrition. Here's a verse that's helped me. Maybe it'll help you. And so those are those things that, can honestly, help somebody finish their race, finish their assignment, finish their task, or whatever it is, to be able to receive the blessing, receive the next thing that God has for you. And so anyway, y'all, be blessed. Keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep believing. Keep doing good. Keep doing those good things, because God sees, people see, and God knows your heart, and that's exactly right. We are sometimes the only Bible people may see. We're the only Jesus that people might see, and so it is a responsibility to be that example to people and love on people, and let them know it's possible. It is possible to keep doing good. It is possible to trust God in all things, no matter what the situation looks like. I choose to trust God that He is going to turn this around for my good. He is going to work it out, and the things that were meant for evil, He will work that out. And Angela, I love you so much. thank you for that. It's, we need it. We need each other. We need community. We need to be reminded. Sometimes it's maybe it is some things over and over, and it's like, why do I keep hearing that scripture? And, Terry, I can't wait to see you too. I'm so glad you're going to be there. But it's reminding each other, yes, don't give up. Keep doing good. Keep going. God's got you. Whatever the situation might be, because we need it. We need it. And there are people that need us to continue to do those good things. And God will reward us. If people are taking advantage, that's all right. God sees our deeds, our heart. He knows our intentions. And, that's where discernment comes in. That's where wisdom comes in. Sometimes you do have to kind of back off and redirect and move around. And, Ashley, thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. But y'all be blessed. And just finish this year, strong. Next week is going to be right before Christmas. And I can't believe that. And so, just keep pushing, keep going. God's got you. And man, I'm just excited to see what 2026 is going to bring. And, yeah, come on, y'all. Let's all level up. That's my hope, is that, something that I share will encourage you to keep going and keep doing what you're doing. And, people need every one of us. Every one of you have something special that somebody else needs. And so, be encouraged. And, anyway, y'all, I'll see you next week. I love y'all so much. I'm praying for you. And, be praying about your New Year goals. And, I don't know if any of you, have received your word yet for 2026, if you even do that. Sometimes it comes early, sometimes it comes later, but, I'm excited for what is coming and what's continuing to come. And, it just is, it's exciting. So,
you have not subscribed to this function. Please check your settings.
Oh my goodness, my car sometimes gets nosy. Lindsay Snow, that's all right. You got this. You watch it. Y'all, I love you so much. Angela, I love you. Chinny, thank you for being on here. Melissa, thank you so much for doing all the things you do. It's great to see you guys. And like I said, I love y'all so much. I'm praying for you guys. And let's go. Let's keep pushing. You've got this. Miracles are happening. Good things are coming. And just believe it. Believe it. Miracles are we're this close. So keep believing, keep praying, keep accepting, keep saying those positive things, and we got this. So y'all, I love you. I love you. And I will definitely see you next week, Lord willing. And I believe that He will be. So I love you. Have an amazing rest of your week, and see you next week.